see you guys again tomorrow night. Huskies, they get their first Big East tournament win in 3,291 days. I'm not sure it was worth the wait, but I know UConn Nation is happy to see it. We're going to hear from head coach Danny Hurley in a moment. Yes, we're going to talk James Bouknight. Yes, we're also going to talk Andrew Hurley on that one as well. Rob Stone, Steve Lavin, former Husky. Donnie Marshall here with you. This was a comprehensive win, Donnie, and they got help from all sectors of the roster.
Yeah, I think we saw what this team was and what they learned when James Bouknight was out. Win, lose, or draw. They learned so much about themselves. They gained a confidence. Most importantly, they gained the trust of their coach. It's so important for players to understand that you need to have a coach trust you to be able to play you. I always tell kids, make it hard for your coaches to not play you. And I think when James Bouknight was out, a lot of his guys did that. You know, when you talk about Poly, obviously we know R.J. Cole, even Andre Jackson, just one of the greatest athletes that we've ever seen at UConn, ever. I mean, he is such a tremendous talent. But these guys gained so much, Lav, when he was out. Again, when they lost, they still learned a lot about themselves, and now it's starting to come to fruition. And maybe this may be more important when we see what really is going on with James Bouknight again.
Correct, a 34-point victory, the fourth largest in Big East tournament history. Let's go now live to the floor of the Garden. The Huskies improved to 13-1 all-time against DePaul. They're off to their 14th Big East tournament semifinal. Coach Hurley joins us right now. And Coach, let's start with your star, James Bouknight. I know you weren't able to see the images, but they were pretty grim. Two people had to help carry him into the locker room. What's the update you can give us on his status?
I think James is just being overly dramatic. I mean, that's what you get with these stars, you know. Donnie was overly dramatic, too. I mean, he was a star. So this is just what you get. He's cramping, you know. James does a horrible job of conserving his energy. He's a crash test dummy on the court. So, you know, I think he was just so hyped up to play his first conference tournament game and Big East tournament game. He just, he's cramping. So, hopefully he's good for tomorrow.
You know, Donnie, I had so many great memories of playing Seton Hall, just watching this game, and I realized that if you can't beat them, you join them. So it's nice that you've come to this side. The other thing that I learned is usually our kids, they're a reflection of us. They're a chip off the old block. They're a lot like us. What I learned about Andrew tonight is he's completely opposite of his dad. He's actually a nice kid, and he can shoot. It was wonderful. It was such a learning experience for me tonight, Danny.
Yeah. No, I didn't have much success making jump shots in this place in particular, or in many college arenas. So, yeah, definitely not a chip off the old block.
Coach Hurley, it's Lav. Congratulations on the win. And your team is clearly tied together, both offensively. We saw the 20 assists tonight, only 8 turnovers, great judgments. Defensively, you guys have been smothering. What has led and brought you to this point where the team is so cohesive and well-knit?
Yeah, I mean, we're just, Lav, we're in year 3. It was tough sledding early. Year 1, was rough. Year 2, we showed a lot of growth last year. I thought we were the best team in the AAC going down the stretch, winning our last 5. And so we had a ton of momentum last year. And then, this is just kind of exactly where we thought we'd be at this point. Some of those COVID pauses disrupted our rhythm. Obviously, the 2 injuries, everyone makes such, obviously, a huge deal over James's injury, and that was a killer. But just not having Andre Jackson on the court, who does so much for just our athleticism and our team defense, and it makes us so much more of an imposing team when you've got a 6'7" guy like that that's all over the glass and can pass and defend. So we're healthy. We're playing consistent games now because we haven't been paused, and this is who we thought we'd be.
Coach, thanks for joining us. And again, we look forward to seeing you and a non-cramping James Bouknight, a non-dramatic James Bouknight tomorrow night at the Garden.
Yeah, me too.
Congrats,
later.
Oh, man, so good to listen to Coach there, Rip Hamilton. Watching this one, sporting the gear. I can only imagine how exciting it is to be back in the Garden for the Huskies. It was exciting. And Rip, thanks for watching, man, earlier.